One point I want to make is we're all continuous learners, right? We may have gray hairs. There's so much we don't know. There's so much we still need to learn. The number of times in a given day that I may say, okay, educate me about that. Help me understand that enough so that we can work that through together. The other thing is that it is maybe connected to that. It is very two-way. I mean, the things that we learn from others and that we learn from this next generation that's coming up, and they're bringing some different approaches and styles to how they work. And it's very refreshing to be around them and learning from them. So, I'm not talking that specific training in dollars and go to this class and this course, which is all comes into play, but just that continual learning environment, everybody in the mix, learning from one another.
And Sue, can I just jump on that? Because I love what you said. I just had lunch today and this came up. And I was saying I am so grateful to the millennials because they do a much better job of teaching me about life-work balance. And that's one of the things. It's not a question of is their work ethic wrong. It's that my view on life-work balance is much different than theirs. And so, still learning a lot from the people I observe. So, and the much younger people, which is refreshing.
Yeah, two things on the younger generation. One is I was just talking to somebody who received a sabbatical after working for a company for 15 years. So this is not a millennial. And they said, well, I'm only going to be able to take 2 weeks of the 4-week sabbatical. And I thought, a millennial would never do that. That would not even be.
No.
But our generation would. It's like, oh, well, we're needed. We've got to, we've got this implementation or we've got this thing going. For whatever reason, that's, and the millennial, the different age groups and whatever, they do act differently. They were raised by different people. They do act differently. The other thing is at the conference, I forget his last name, but Justin was an 18-year-old high school kid who stood in front of like 4,000 or 5,000 people at the Health Catalyst conference. And I was just amazed by that. I was in front of my high school class. I was nervous to stand in front of a small classroom. He was standing in front of 5,000 people talking about machine learning and AI and what he's been able to do with the data and making that available. And I thought, what, in this area of mentoring and training, there's this identification of special skills and identification of talents that I think is one of the roles of the CIO. I think sometimes people get pigeonholed in our organizations, and it's our job to see more of what they can bring to the organization and to somehow release them from maybe what they're doing and give them opportunities to grow and to prosper. Sue, you started, so I'll give you the last word on this.
Oh, and this is like the next. I'm not sure I'm doing great with your format. The last word on this, we're all continual learners. We've got to invest in our people. They are our greatest asset. And continue that commitment to the next generation of leaders that we all have.